All right, we made it here for day 2 of brainstorming dishes with Dish Generator. Again, my name is Peter. I'm the creator of Dish Generator. Doing these to kind of show you how you can generate dishes or come up with creative dishes using Dish Generator. Of course, this is a random component generator, but it's a hell of a lot of fun to use, and it doesn't expend a lot of brain power. Yesterday, I was able to make 17 dishes, kind of talking with my thought process on how I was kind of compiling those dishes. Um, and let's get straight to it. Why not? So right now it started off with giving us bacon lardons. So we can just do, yeah, bacon. What kind of pasta do we like? Let's do fettuccine with celeriac as a sauce would be pretty interesting. Never considered doing kind of a root vegetable puree as a sauce for pasta. I don't see why not. It's not too starchy, so it's not so starch on starch, but either that or we can do, or we can mix it up and do kind of a celeriac bacon, so you can smoke some celeriac, kind of flip it on its own head so that you have two sources of kind of smoked lardons of some sort. Mujje, I'm not really sure. That is. So why not? Let's look it up. We'll learn something new today. It's a spicy Romanian sauce, garlic cloves crushed and ground into a wow. Smoked celeriac, I mean, garlic, of course. Maybe a citrus mousse. And you got a great dish there. That's pretty good. All right, that's a great starting point. It could be a little redundant on the smoked celeriac, but hey, it's kind of fun. That's somewhere to work with. Let's move on. Next we have beef sausage, black-eyed peas, garlic, remoulade, and lavender. Remoulade and sausage is pretty classic pairing. This sounds like a great snack on its own. It's kind of exciting that it gave me garlic again, though, in a different field. And lavender, I might skip that out, but I mean, we can make a homemade beef sausage with black-eyed peas. That sounds pretty tasty, actually. Garlic confit or roasted garlic remoulade. Get some great mustard notes in there. And maybe skip out the lavender. We'll do some different type of herb like thyme or bay leaf, or maybe something kind of refreshing or a different kind of kick. Maybe dill or lavage. Lavage could be interesting, or celery leaf. Sweet, done. It's another dish. Maybe we'll go for a record today, y'all. Octopus with taro, bitter melon, toom, and caviar. Let's look up toom just to educate. And toom is another Lebanese sauce. Awesome. Bold, similar to Provençal aioli, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice. Cool. Man, grilled octopus. This would be a really interesting, fun snack to kind of layer like legs of grilled octopus with taro chips. I love taro chips. I know they came up in the last one, but hell, why not? Maybe a bitter melon puree, just to kind of kick that in there. Bitter melon toom puree. Maybe the bitter melon kind of adds like a really interesting kind of herbaceous accent. Of course, adds that bitterness to it. Bitter melon toom, so in a way like a aioli. aioli. It's like a garlic bitter melon aioli. Kind of go light on the bitter melon. That's really intense. And finish with caviar. Why not? That'd be interesting. Caviar. I would do an herb oil for color. I mean, this kind of has all your points you want. You'll have a great chew out of your grilled octopus, some crunch. Um, this sounds like a good snack, or maybe like a basis for a really nice, like a tapas style thing, something shareable. You could even chop up that octopus and make it part of the dip component to it. It sounds like a really nice small dish to me. Fried egg over beans. I mean, that's a great. Oh yeah. Tonkatsu sauce, basil, maybe not. Maybe Thai basil in there, or fried Thai basil. Make it really shiny. So I mean, this is a solid dish right here too. Maybe I'm just really lucky today with my generator. Maybe I'm just tuning my own horn. To be honest, it's a solid way to go about it. So beet green. So let's undo that. Oops. Wilted beet beans, broad beans, braised broad beans with a fried egg on top. Tonkatsu, fried Thai basil. I'm probably going to go back and look at these again to reiterate, but this is straight out of the generator. That's a pretty cool dish as well. Sweet. Next, lobster with fingerling potato, peas, espagnole, cardamom. So we got like a surf and turf going on here. Surf and turf of lobster, butter poached lobster, because that's delicious. Roasted fingerlings. Sure to see your flat cut sides of your fingerlings, or chef's gonna yell at you. Had horror stories of that. English peas glazed. Espagnole, that's a great way to go. Espagnole is, of course, a demi-based sauce. Cardamom, that's not. I mean, I would go ahead and do cardamom just to try it out. It'd be a light accent, and probably throw a couple pods in my espagnole. Not to impart too much flavor, but again, that's what the point of an accent is for. Cardamom does go well with seafood. Great. Geez. Next. Turkey legs, kidney beans, beet greens, tagliata. Looks like an Italian, so I'm not super familiar with. But I plugged in another pungent garlic sauce. Okay. And bonito. Turkey legs and bonito, maybe not. I don't know. I could see it be done. I don't see why not. Cool. So maybe we do like a flip on a different type of a risotto, but using kidney beans. Maybe we take half of those kidney beans out after we've cooked them really nice. So you have some really nice and firm kidney beans, and you take, I don't know, maybe a third of those out, puree it, and mix it back in. I don't know, that'd be kind of weird. Maybe not. It doesn't work as well with beans to do to reproduce a risotto preparation. Yeah, let's do a braised or smoked turkey leg, off the meat, sliced, maybe not. Turkey legs, that's an interesting mix in there. So let's just do a herb roasted turkey leg. Dashi. I remembered from yesterday, if anyone here going to catch this, I forgot the word dashi. but of course it's a broth of kombu and katsuobushi. It's dried smoked bonito. Dashi braised kidney bean. Wilted beet greens, garlic wilted beet greens. Yeah, I'm happy with that dish. That sounds pretty tasty. Doesn't necessarily need a sauce, but let's throw in a sauce in there. Why not? Maybe like kind of seafoody. Man, it doesn't really even need anything. Something creamy, maybe like a seasoned creme fraiche, like a whipped, something light. I wouldn't go so crazy to do like a cheese, but like maybe goat cheese is the first thing that comes to mind. It could be interesting, like a whipped goat cheese, whipped herb goat cheese. Could be weird, but also could be really interesting. Why not? You might throw goat cheese in this accent point in the generator. Mango Wurzel. I wonder where that came from. I'm not really sure what that is. Let's look it up. A beet of a variety of a large root. Wow. I've never come across this here in the States. Of course, I've only cooked in Texas, Colorado, and Arizona. I've definitely never come across this. Look at this guy hugging this. This thing's huge. Mango beet. Mangold. Cool. Okay. Well, we have beets here for sure. Lamb with brown rice, beets, mole. Flying fish roe. I would have definitely omit that if we're doing lamb and tobiko. Probably not a great combination to do a surf and turf out of that. But I could definitely see doing a roasted lamb loin. Hey, let's do a brown rice risotto. Maybe do a roasted mole rubbed. Let's do a tomato brown rice risotto. Roasted beets or glazed golden beets. This on its own is pretty good. Let's do whole leaf herbs as our accent, or even nasturtiums. It could be interesting. I love using celery leaves. That sounds really good for this too. Of course, celery leaf is cheap and it's a great garnish. All you gotta do is go in there and pick them out. Otherwise, I mean, what are you doing with them? Wasting them? Throwing away? Please don't. Such a waste. All right, next. Cool, pike. I've never come across pike, but I'm sure you can order it through your seafood purveyor if you got a good seafood purveyor. Pike, cassava, spinach, soubise, chile. Man, I'm getting really lucky today. These sound like all workable dishes. Seriously. Maybe do a smoked pike. Sounds like a great appetizer. Or smoked pike mousse. Cassava chips. Soubise. Maybe do like a soubise kind of puree. Keep it really nice and thick so that you can try basically like a creamy onion, sweated onion puree. Man, that's just kind of soft on stuff. Maybe do fried onions because you got really like a nice soft texture from your mousse. So let's do a wilted or maybe spinach oil, spinach chili oil. Let's just fried onion. That sounds like a great appetizer to me. You get a lot of great color out of your spinach. Maybe even throw in some more herbs to kind of balance out your smoked pike, or even something like, I don't know, let's do bene seeds. Of course, bene is a close variety to sesame seeds. That'd be really fun. Bene seeds and black sesame seeds for texture. Additional texture, that is, in color. I love like the look of little black sesame seeds on a dish. Ahi tuna, black lentils, garlic, balsamic reduction, and vanilla. Ooh, that's fun. Let's do a tuna tataki. Garlic confit, black lentils, vanilla balsamic. I don't see why not. That might not be the best way to go about it. Maybe it'd be really interesting to have like that color contrast. So you can do like black and, so you have like a really nice dark seared on the outside. You get that really beautiful kind of reddish pink tuna in the middle on your dish. The black lentils really nice and dark. Maybe even to keep it nice and cold, or this could even be black garlic. Let's just go on with the black and black, so you get that really beautiful pop of that tuna and a vanilla balsamic glaze. You can add sweetness into that. So you have a dish that's got a lot of black components contrasted to the tuna. That's a great starting point, I think, to go back to and iterate with your team if you're in fine dining. That sounds like a really like a beautiful dish you could work around. Sweet, that's very cool. Let's move on. Oh man, braised dishes, braised lamb. Braised lamb breast and beans is classic, of course. Wasabi, I'm not really sure on. A horseradish for sure. Wasabi's not a bad way to go. So I mean, maybe it's not a bad idea. Maltaise, I'm gonna have to refresher on that. It's been a long time since I went to culinary school and learned some of these classic escoffier dishes. Yep, traditional hollandaise with blood orange. Martha Stewart, really? Oh, I'm glad she's paying homage to some old escoffier dishes. That's great. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. It shows out of Sicilian. Blood oranges, I believe, are out of Sicily. Sicilian variety of orange. Wow. Okay, cool. So, wasabi maltaise. And then we don't even have to be doing it. It's a bay leaf foam. Add some bitterness. Maybe do honey bay leaf foam. Kind of add in a touch of sweetness to kind of counter any bitterness and that spice that the wasabi gives you. Braised lamb breast. What would I do for? I would do citrus, white wine, navy beans, wasabi maltaise. So this is really interesting. I don't think out of my own head I would have come up with that. I think that's a fun place to start too. And I've been getting really lucky today. I haven't had any crazy weird combinations. All these things so far have been pretty creatively workable. I got lamb breast again. That's interesting. Again, this is doable right here. Great. Another braised lamb breast. Let's do braised and grilled. Actually, this could stand up to doing smoked. Let's do smoked and braised. Just so it ends up really nice and tender. Of course, you want to get a good cure on it. I don't want to do a full smoke. I think it'd be a little bit overpowering to impart that much smoke onto your lamb breast. Of course, I'm not a huge fan of lamb myself. Let's see, Yukon Gold. Let's get real fancy and do a Yukon Gold Dauphinoise. Roasted fennel, or even a fennel. Ooh, what do you call it? It's glazed fennel, juniper glazed fennel, and a classic Sabayon. Top of that potato. Oh yeah, sweet. Beef skirt steak over millet with fiddlehead ferns, bechamel, and tarragon bechamel. Grilled. Give me a space there. Grilled skirt steak. Herb millet, or let's do like a caramelized onion millet. Fiddleheads, I don't know. I think they're okay. They're pretty. Maybe do what do you call it? Pernod? Let me refresh myself. Remember, Pernod is the flavor I'm reaching for. Yep, I definitely want this. I was kind of thinking fennel in my anise flavored liqueur. Yep, perfect. That's what I wanted. I was thinking fennel in my head from the last dish, but fiddlehead ferns don't have a fantastic flavor on their own. They are pretty and kind of cute to use. A tarragon bechamel. Nice and creamy. Tarragon pairs well with the Pernod. Caramelized onion millet. Millet's just a vertical grain. It's like bird food, but we can eat it too. Why not? It's good. It's got a lot of fiber. Grilled skirt steak. Of course, you want to marinate that in something nice, citrusy. You can do lemon here. Make a lemon, and I love thyme. This is a great herbaceous thing. You know, you got some caramelized onion or millet. Sweet. Next, man, I'm on a roll today. This is lovely. Whitefish. Let's do a seared whitefish. Nice crustiness with a little bit of the cassava puree. Honey and excuse me. Honey and what did we use before? Honey and bacon glazed endive. Oh yeah. Honey garlic sauce, garlic puree, whitefish. I mean, this is a pretty simple dish. Might end up being. No, I like that. What would I do? What else would I add? Maybe a stack of haystack onions. Just you shave some onions really nice and thin, spread them apart, blanch them if you want to. I don't know, it makes them a little soft and weird. I would usually kind of just marinate it in buttermilk, let it marinate for a little while, drain out the excess liquid, dust it in nice flour, let that sit. Hydration is really important when you're going to dry dredge kind of your fried components. Let that hydrate so that when you go and fry it, it gets really nice and crispy. Of course, you gotta separate them real nice so that you can get some separation and a lot of surface contact with the oil when you go and fry. Just sit back. That sounds like a fun dish. Yeah, I'd eat that. I'd mess with that. A goosey sauce. All right, something new. Come on. Tomato, onion, chili pepper sauce. A goosey seeds. I don't have access to a goosey seeds. I don't know what it. I don't know. I'm gonna flip that and just do like a sunflower. Sure. Sunny side up egg. Aubergine. Sounds like a good, pretty vegetarian friendly. Of course, it's got the egg. You can omit the egg if you want to be crazy. So let's do roasted pumpkin. In my head, I would do like a really nice wedge of it and slice it into sections so it's shareable. This is kind of like a more of a casual dish, I think, kind of a more of a family style kind of thing. Or we can even do aubergine. Let's do roasted aubergine, charred eggplant. Sunflower seeds. Maple and champagne vinegar, agrodolce or gastrique, whatever you want to call it. Something to glaze the other veggies, and a fried egg or sunny side up egg. That sounds like a tasty, shareable item. You can even get crazy and do quail eggs. Do a couple of them. Yeah, everyone gets an egg. You get an egg, and you get an egg. Cool. Let's do a few more. Braised lamb shank. That's kind of the only way to do it. I mean, you can smoke it or slow roast on its own. Be sure to get a sear on it. Delicious. Chimichurri, daikon, fenugreek. Fenugreek chimichurri. That can't be bad. Daikon, lamb shank, runner beans. This is a really interesting combination. It's definitely not impossible. I don't see why not, is the thing, A lot of these things, again, I find that more things go together than don't if you apply the right techniques and season the things in their own individual ways. So let's do, just to keep it nice and easy, citrus braised lamb shank, or even something like I don't know, nut crusted. Let's do cashew. No, what nuts do I want here? Let's just garnish with it. Citrus braised lamb shank, some runner bean puree. Let's see. I like the idea of having fresh daikon. I love that crunch, especially as like in a sushi garnish kind of style. How you can katsuramuki, when you shave the daikon so it's like paper sheet thin, and then go to slice it so you have like this kind of hairy, super as thin as hair slices of daikon. Finer than a fine julienne kind of style. I would take that and probably you gotta sit and you gotta rinse it so that the radishy smell goes away. So shaved daikon, I would toss that in. I would just make that, let's see, marinated in like a citrus vinaigrette, like a lime vinaigrette, lime and shallot. I would serve kind of a dollop of that fenugreek chimichurri, why not? Sweet. Duck breast, lentils, beet greens, romesco, smoked paprika. Man, that's a good dish. Of course, you can add that smoked paprika into your romesco. It gets some usually anyway. Up to you, really. Man, that's a solid dish, dude. It's your duck breast. Or you can even smoke it. Lentils. Wilted beet greens. Romesco. Let's garnish with almonds too, why not? I like to cheat with my romesco. Since you're putting in anchovies, I like to do a little fish sauce too. If you like anchovies in your romesco, that's up to you. But I would go ahead and garnish with almonds, just toasted shaved almonds for a little bit of crunch, additional crunch that is. Cool, man. I'm loving this. This is a great day for dish generator. Man, another winner. Beef New York strip, pan-seared. Bread, celery, au jus. I always like kind of Chinese style cutting celery, you know, on an angle. So you have these celery boomerangs, so glazed, garlic glazed celery boomerangs. I don't usually like to incorporate bread on a dish as its own. If you can make it a crunch component, so that I don't know, I would do it just like I explained in the last dish. Let's see. Au jus isn't a bad way to go, of course. But you can take that bread and slice really thin, maybe like a brioche crouton, but really thin slice, just so it's kind of a crunchy textural component to add into the thing, and not like putting like full square, like cube croutons. So shaved brioche crouton. It's like a really thin slice. Solid dish. I would eat that. I love it. That sounds tasty to me. Cool. Let's just finish this page up. Why not? We got a couple spaces left. Let's do it. Uni with pinto beans, snap peas, cocktail sauce, epazote. I'm thinking maybe not on this combination. Uni and snap peas, I could see. I don't know. Uni is so delicate that I'm pretty particular on how I would want to respect my uni. So I would definitely omit uni for this preparation. Uni and cocktail sauce. I mean, kind of works around that seafoody kind of thing. But uni's so soft that you need something texturally to contrast. And epazote cocktail sauce sounds fun. That's an interesting start for something else as an idea. Let's skip that one. Seared salmon with beans, water chestnuts, sauce vierge, and vanilla. Yeah, I can mess with that. Okay. So let's do a seared salmon. I mean, vanilla is, again, it's just an accent, something light. So let's do a vanilla accented runner bean. I would take that water chestnut. It makes a really nice crunch component. Maybe it depends on if I were to serve this in a bowl or not. I don't know. Just water chestnuts. Water chestnut relish. with radishes. Maybe I would, just to keep it nice and light, I would wet some red onion to kind of season that with. But that makes a really nice crunch component, I think. Sauce vierge. Let's just go and confirm I remember what that is. Vierge of salmon, look at that. Olive oil, lemon juice, chopped tomato, and basil. Oh yeah. Frequently coriander seed. Yeah, that's totally doable. Yeah. I would go heavy on the herbs. Maybe we can even throw in some roasted cherry tomatoes. Cool. Alright, and that's a whole page of dishes. I don't know how long that was, but I'm gonna find out here in a minute. Man, this is great. If this doesn't give you ideas of how it could work for you, I don't know what couldn't. I've used other things, and I like other tools, the ones that are kind of more intuitive that help you pair flavors. But I've personally been doing this for 10 years. I wouldn't necessarily say this is great for a beginner cook to kind of practice learning how to combine flavors and applying techniques that you know and understand. But if you got some experience, or if you want help brainstorming, I think this is a good way to go. It doesn't require a lot of brain power for me to come up with side ingredients, because before, when I've brainstormed dishes, I sit there and kind of stare off, or I'm flipping through Flavor Bible and bouncing ideas there, which is great. Also a great method, but this is a different method that you come up with a different category or a different set of ingredients or dishes that you might not have come up with. Yeah. Again, please try it out. Let me know what you think. Give it a spin. I hope it helps. If you want to contribute dishes, please drop some dishes down here at the bottom and let me know. You can always reach out, say hello to me. My name is Peter. Thanks, y'all.